As you can see, we got some light today, and you would think it's because I'm going earlier, but really, I'm going at the exact same time as I always do. Um, so I don't know why it's so much lighter today, but it is kind of pretty. But it is day 31, and it is chest and triceps, and I'm pretty freaking pumped for this workout. I don't know why, I just am. Just have a feeling that it's going to be a phenomenal workout. You gotta always think you're gonna have a great workout, and then you're more likely to have a better workout. If you go in there just acting all drained and sluggish and kind of don't want to be there, probably not going to perform as well as you could. So always go to the gym with a positive attitude. At least try your best. There's some days you'll be a little a little Debbie Downer, but always personally going to the gym would boost my mood. So like really I don't go to the gym ever in a bad mood. But personally that's just me. Oh, I hate when you're driving and then you pass the car and then you turn your brights back on, because if you turn your brights off when you're going towards the car, and then as soon as I put them on, I see another car. But if you didn't see last video, you missed the Easter Bunny getting absolutely Swiss cheesed. Just a tragic, tragic scene that we saw. But still thinking about it till this day. But that's besides the point. I hope he's doing better, because that was a brutal scene. I'm not gonna lie. So definitely go check it out, or unless you don't want to see the Easter Bunny getting Swiss cheesed, which probably nobody does, but it's what we witnessed. Holy crap! There is a road over there. I see. I did not know there was a road. I saw a car driving through. Unless that's a car driving through a cornfield right now. Who knows? There was something I wanted to tell you guys, but I can't remember. I don't want to sit here in awkward silence while I think, but if I think of it, I guess I'll just have to tell you. Oh God, that's my tripod sliding across my dash. It happens like every single video. I gotta freaking put it somewhere else. But after this car passes, here we go. All right. Yeah, I can't think of what I was gonna tell you, but if I think of it, I'll tell you when we get in there. But we're about to pull in, so I will see you when we get in there. All right. So start off our chest day. We're gonna be hitting our flies. And you may be thinking, why are you using the actual machine? You said you prefer cables. Well, if you didn't see last chest day, we switched, or I should say, we tried this out, and I swallowed my own words. Is that the saying, swallowing your words? I am now gonna never stop doing this instead of cables, because this, I've never felt my chest more. So I don't know what I was thinking switching to cables, but we are now glued to this. All right. I think that was 7 clean reps there. I did bump it up. What? These weights are weird. It goes from like 112 pounds to 125. I don't know what that's about, but we did go from 112. I bumped it up to 125, and we went from 9 reps on 112 to 7 on 125. So I'd say that's some pretty good progress right there. But we're gonna definitely hit one more set of that.
That once was my home. Bleach me, don't, don't, don't.
Okay, so next up is gonna be our tricep pushdown, and I'm actually gonna try out a different grip. Not that it's really gonna make that much of a difference, but just because I felt like trying it out. It's, 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 yeah, not much. Don't feel much of a difference. Probably feel the same amount of activation as I usually do. So that's just proof that for these tricep pushdowns, the grip is really not that big of a deal. So don't overcomplicate that part. Alrighty, for our second chest movement, we're gonna target or try to primarily target our upper chest here. Like I said, we did do the flies first because that's gonna hit a larger portion of our chest, and rather than this where it's still gonna hit most of our chest, but primarily our upper chest. That's why we switched to doing flies first. 'Cause that's gonna target uh, a lot bigger portion of our chest. It's, 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 Alright, as you can see, I figured out the first time we did this what that thing was that we put behind us. It was just like a mat rolled up, but I didn't get it as like tightly coiled, so it's kind of weird feeling, but still gives us a little bit of a deeper stretch. So we'll hit one more set of lows, and then actually we're gonna move on to our last tricep movement. Okay, little bit of a change in scenery, but you know, I'm all about experimenting, so hey, mind out of the gutter. Talking about machines here. I'm just thinking, we tried out the chest fly and we absolutely loved it over the cables. So why not give a different tricep dip machine a try? Not that it's much of a difference, it's kind of the same exact concept, but it is a different machine, so we'll give it a shot. You guys are good. You're good. You're good. It's, 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 yeah, really didn't feel any difference on the other machine. If anything, it's a little bit smoother, but I think for our next set, we're gonna bump the weight up a little bit. That felt a little bit light. I feel like if you find a machine that feels a lot smoother, you can do the same weight for more reps. I feel like that's just kind of common sense though. So we'll bump the weight up for the next set.
That once was my home. Bleach me, bleach me. Don't, don't.
All right, so to finish off our chest, which honestly, our this movement or our last chest movement in general, we really wouldn't need to have a complete chest workout because realistically, if you think about it, we did flies, which is probably hitting like all of our chest, and then we also did upper incline chest press, and really I could call it there, but personally I do love throwing in a high to low fly, and I did see um, Sam Sulik, you know, do these, and I thought they looked pretty neat. So I decided to give them a go. So basically, it's a single arm lower fly. So and we got this bench here to hold on to, so we can have extra support. It's, 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 it's. Now all we do is just turn around and do the other one. So you're gonna get a great view of my hinder. Lucky for you guys. All right. Well, those are very nice, actually. I don't know if I prefer them. I don't think I really feel much of a difference, but hey, give them a shot. I think it's a great exercise, but we'll do one more set of those, and then I think that's gonna wrap up our chest and tricep day. And of course, we're gonna do some lateral raises because I just feel like it. So, one more set of these bad boys.
That once was my home. Bleach me,
It's, it's, it's,
Skinny bitch.
Alrighty. We are out of here. Always remember to buckle. I saw a video. Have you guys, you've probably seen that guy on TikTok where he's like, if you're a man and you do these things, use a bitch. And I think, I don't know, maybe it was a different guy, but I definitely saw someone make a similar video, and he said one of the things, if you put your belt seat on, use a bitch. I think you're more of a man if you wear your seatbelt. You're setting in good example for other people. That's how I think of it. You wanna, as a man, you wanna lead as example. Lead. How am I supposed to say that? Lead. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Set a good example for others. You know, it's not about looking cool. It's really I think that's more of a manly thing to do, is show others how, you know, you should go about things. I guess I know I'm wording it weird, but I think you get the gist of it. I think it's lead as an example. I don't know. You get it. Just, alright, I'm not even gonna say it anymore. I can't even think of the right way to say it. But anyways, chest and triceps went freaking peachy. Freaking peachy. Man, I'm still kind of pissed off that I didn't start with that fly machine earlier. I don't know why I ever switched up on it. I have never felt my chest more in a fly movement than that. I guess I just wanted to get too technical with it. But I'm glad we switched it out, because I don't think I'm ever gonna go back. Oh, there we go again with the yawning. There's a deer right there, but you know, I think I'm past the point of stopping and trying to show you the deer, because I can never get it on camera unless I see a crazy freaking 30 point buck. Then I'll show you. But it's just a group of doe. I think I ain't gonna risk getting into the ditch, because last time I did it, I was going into the ditch. But anyways, I think we tried a couple other new exercises today. Yeah, the tricep machine, tricep dip, I really didn't felt the same. The only really difference was that I think it did feel a little bit smoother, so I might, next time we do it, I might give it another shot. But I think we gotta bump the weight up, because I think I went a little too light. But as I said when I did it, I think if you could find a machine that goes a lot smoother, I think you can do the same amount of weight but more reps. So yeah, we'll give that one more shot with more weight next time. And then we also tried that, I was watching a video of Sam Sulek, and he did that single arm lower high to low cable fly. Decided to give it a shot. I don't know. I don't think it was. I don't think it's for me. I think I kind of still prefer the seated cable version of it. So I think we'll stick with that. But like I said, I'm just experimenting, because ever since that we went back to the chest fly, now I want to try a bunch of different things to maybe see if I like it. And I mean, it's not really a bad thing. So, hey, if we find machines that we like better and that we can connect with the muscle a lot more, it's probably a good idea. But feeling, I'm gonna say this: you don't have to like really feel the muscle, I'll say, to say you're actually creating stimulus. Of course it's great to feel the muscle, but like a lot of people say when they do lat pull downs, oh, I never feel my back. Well, just because you're not feeling it doesn't mean you're not hitting your lats when you're doing lat pull down. You don't like really have to think about it that much, really have that much mind to muscle connection. If you're doing proper form, you're gonna hit your lat. But again, it's great if you feel the muscle. But if a lot of people they go in and they just go in for like the pump, and they're just doing some light reps, not even a failure, and they're not even struggling. They just kind of get blood flowing, and they just stop there. If you're going in just for the pump, what's the point? Really, you're not really gonna create enough stimulus to grow. That's why I always recommend going to failure. That's really where you're gonna grow. I'd understand if like you compete in like bodybuilding and you're like a couple days out, you know, that's when you don't train to failure. You kind of just get blood rushing to the muscle. If you watch like professional bodybuilders, when they're a couple days out, their workouts, you could tell they don't push themselves to really as much as they would on like just normal training days. They go in and they just try to get blood flow to the muscle, because you don't want to, when you're that close to competition and you're that depleted and you know you don't got much I guess energy in you, you don't want to break down the muscle. You just want to get blood flowing, so you'll be pumped up for your actual show day. And obviously after you eat a bunch of freaking carbs, like also if you watch them, they'll just like the day before, or like is it the day of, really close to the day of the show, they just eat a bunch of carbs. That's why even on normal training days, like for me, I aim for 60 to 100 grams of carbs before my workouts, because timing your food timing is actually pretty important for working out, which a lot of people do overlook. Oh, there's almost hit a deer, almost got it on camera there. But yeah, when you really dive deep into this stuff here, like working out, timing your carbs and food intake and just quality of foods, it's actually pretty, or I'd honestly say one of the most important things out there for, you know, growing and working out. It's, you can't, I mean, if you're just beginning, you can probably get away with just going in there, you know, doing, you know, good form and decently good workouts to failure. You can get away with that when you know, just start out. what do they call it? Newbie gains. So yeah, when you're starting out, you could probably get away with it more, but once you get a lot deeper into it, you really gotta focus on, timing of certain foods and quality of certain foods. And yeah, I do a lot of. That's one thing I like to do in the free time that I have is, really research about this stuff. I'm really interested in it. Really grinds my noggin, grinds my gears. I guess grinds my gears isn't the right term, but it's stuff I like to look into. Because there's this one, I did make a training plan and like a diet plan for a couple of people, and they've actually, one was for my cousin. I gave him kind of a training plan, not kind of, I did give him a training plan and a diet plan, and he's lost, I don't know how much weight he's lost, but maybe around 30 plus pounds, I think it was, and he's gained a tremendous amount of strength and muscle. Like the day I saw him, when I actually told him, and then I saw him pretty recently after like he lost the weight and like gained a bunch of strength, and holy crap, the difference, like he just looked freaking buff. And there was this one's more recent. I haven't had much updates yet. I've had one update, and she said she wanted more of a like recovery, and because she's more of a runner. But of course, I will always recommend strength training. I recommend strength training for any kind of person who wants to get any sort of fitness. So she's been saying like she's been feeling a lot better, and she's been progressing in the gym, so that is great to hear. And yeah, I think that's all I got to say for tonight. Plan for tomorrow is a freaking back and bicep day, baby, so we're freaking pumped for that. And then after that will be a leg day. So tomorrow will be Wednesday for back and biceps. So I will see you then. Good night, everybody.